Hey everybody, Dee Dee here, and today I'm going to do a little bit of ribbon and resin stuff for you. And you'll notice on the May Arts blog that there is a ribbon bookmark, and it's got a dangly resin piece at the bottom. Or, well, I guess at the top, and then the bottom had some pirate stuff. But so this is the resin piece. This is my mold right here, and you can see it already has some resin in it, and there's a reason for that, because I'm going to show you real quick how to mix the resin in this mold, and then while this one is getting ready to cure, we're going to hurry back over and get our ribbon ready, okay? So this resin, this is Amazing Crafting Products, Amazing Crafting Resin, and it's 1 part to 1 part. It's a really quick cure, and it cures white, okay? So that's all we're doing today. We're leaving it white. We're not adding any of our own additives until after we've mixed it and used it. But we're doing 1 part to 1 part using these little measuring cups. And 1 part is the body and the other part is the catalyst, okay? And then we're going to use a stir stick. And watch what happens. You stir it, it gets cloudy, and then it clears up, okay? And then it's ready to pour, and you just pour it in whatever mold you're using. That's what it looks like, okay? Now, I wanted to show you that's the 1 to 1 part, okay? That's how you mix it and then get it ready. Now, the great thing about this is that it's a super quick cure, and it's not going to take long, but I did have this one ready, and this one is full. And now, I should show you we're using the BH, let me double check, yep, the BH10 series from May Arts. And we're going to wait as our elephant starts to cure. We're going to submerge this in the resin. Oh, there it goes. See, it's starting to turn white and get cloudy. Now, we could submerge this in the resin already, but we run the risk of it traveling, of the resin traveling up the ribbon and ending up like this piece, where it starts to cover the resin on, or the ribbon on both sides, and it's like super stiff. Okay, we don't want that to happen. So we're waiting for the elephant to cure, start to cure, the resin to start to cure. It turns white, and that's how you know that the chemical reaction is happening. And I've already trimmed off a piece of this ribbon for me, and I can see right where it's at. There's still a little bit on this edge here that needs to start curing, and then down here. And the way this resin works is, where there's more resin, there's more area for the chemical reaction to happen, so it starts to turn quicker. So in this bigger open area, it's curing quick. And it's just taking a little bit longer out here. So now this is just about where I added my ribbon last time. And I know that it's still going to be a little bit tacky on top, and also right there at the edge. So I'm actually just going to lay this right on top there. And I'm going to hold it in place with my finger and press it down into the resin just a tiny, tiny little bit, okay? Not very much, because it doesn't need to be super down in there and soaked in. So it's kind of just laying on top and making just one little baby contact with that resin, okay? And it's just laying there. Now we don't want it to move, otherwise it'll move the resin and jumble up the project that we're working on. So I'm just going to stretch this out, get it to sit right there, and then I'm going to fast forward through the rest of the resin curing process, okay? I'm going to let it sit here, and we'll fast forward when I demold, and then we'll go from there, okay? So now, as you can see, it's completely cured, it's white, it's hard, I can touch it, it's not sticky. And we'll just pop it out of the mold. It's adhered. I have a tiny bit of trimming to do here. This is called flash, where there's just some extra resin that went over the top. And that's it. Now we have our beautiful piece here. And I'm even going to show you real quick how I finished it. Now don't forget, it's got super sturdy, like nice thick woven ribbon behind it. Okay? I've got a couple baby wipes here and some paint, and I'm going to paint my elephant. Cover the whole thing. Trying to get paint down in all the cracks and crevices. And acrylic paint is best because once it's dried, it's permanent or turns into plastic. Then I'm just going to start wiping it off. And I want to get underneath too. And we're really just leaving the paint down in the cracks and crevices and wiping it off the nice raised surfaces. Okay? And that's it. Then just let that cure, let that dry, and we're done with that. And then the only other part that I did, wrap the ribbon like it's going through a book. So it comes down a book and then this part is going to hang out the bottom. So you might think that you would decorate this side, but actually you're going to flip it over. Decorate this side down here. I tied a knot, I put a nice big metal button, and strung a couple pirate things that this is a gift from my mother, from my mom. So I know what she likes. She likes elephants and pirates, and so that's what I made it for her. That's the theme I put it in. And then I use, like I said, this grosgrain ribbon, but you could literally use anything. Because May Arts ribbon is such a high quality, it's woven and beautiful and strong and comes in all kinds of colors, anything is going to be nice and permanent through the resin, okay? So you could use the silk, you could use the burlap, you could use you could use the gold netting. That would make a really great one. Alright? Thanks so much for joining me today.